All right, so now, having understood like terms, coefficients, let me say coefficient of variable, you know what a variable is, as we said before. Any constant or any number attached to a variable, next to a variable, is what we call the coefficient of that variable. And you have understood that whenever you are trying to find a variable in which something is attached to it, you divide both sides by the coefficient of that variable. So on. Now, we have expressions. We have expressions. And we have equations. I want you to understand this thoroughly so that when you see something, you know whether this is an equation or it's just an algebraic, say, algebraic expression or algebraic equation. Algebraic expression, hearing algebraic expression. In algebraic expression, we don't have anything like equal to sign. Nothing like equal to. Just like algebraic expression, they give you something that asks you simplify. You say simplify the. So nobody is going to ask to find x in an algebraic expression because you can only simplify an expression, an algebraic expression. But an equation, you can solve an equation, you can solve an algebraic equation. Yes, they give you, there's always an equal to sign. The left-hand side is equal to something on the right-hand side. So the only thing we do, you manipulate the expression, manipulate it until, or you manipulate the equation, arrange it by all those tricks, all those tactics I have just explained. Opening brackets, collecting like terms, doing that, putting things together, and that's it. So, for example, if I have an expression like this, say simplify, say simplify, say simplify, simplify 2x minus 7y plus 8x plus y minus c. That is an expression. There's no, well, this is not equal to anything. Just an expression that has how many variables here. So what they are just telling us to do is to arrange this. We want to simplify it to the DRS minimum. Basically, what we are doing here now is to collect the like terms. We are going to collect the like terms. When we collect the like terms, the ones that are like terms, we can bundle them together, join them together. The ones that are not like terms, we leave them as they are. Leave them as they are, and that will be our answer. For example, look at this now. What we are going to do here now is, what are the like terms? 2 and 8. So I can bring them together. This is 2x plus 8x. And I bring y and the y, 7y and plus, it is minus 7y, then plus y. Then I have my minus c here, seats. So this one, they are like terms. I can bundle them together. 2x plus 8x is going to be equal to 10x minus 7y plus y. Remember your rule of, instead of you to fail it, just remember your rule of sign. Fast. Go and draw your rule of your line, number line. Use it. So here is minus 7. There is minus 7. If there is minus 7, plus you're adding 1 to the right, it was to 1. So this is minus 7. Here is going to be minus 6. So the answer is minus 7 plus minus 7y plus y is going to give us minus 6y. So this is minus 6y. Then minus 6y here is minus z. That is minus z. So this is the answer that you have simplified that. Everything x, y, z, they are just on their own. It's a simple expression. This one is not an But remember, this equal to now, I'm the one that introduced this, just to be going, to be showing you my answer. So this thing is not equal to anything. It's just like an expression that we are simplifying. Simple. So look at another example of an expression. If you just have something of this nature, if you have an expression like this, just simplify. Let me see. Minus 3 into x plus 5 minus 2y into x minus 2 into x plus 1. Look at this now. They say we should simplify this. To simplify this, what are we going to do? This implies, first of all, we open the bracket. We have like how many brackets here to open? See the idea. The idea I just open this first bracket, open this one. Then the next thing that you open these two, expand these two. When you expand these two, now use this one to open everything here. See what I mean? So what I'm going to do here now is I will do minus 3 into x is 5. And I will do minus 2 into, sorry, this is minus 2y into, I'll expand this one. Remember, to expand this one, now you're going to do something like x into x plus 1. And I have minus 2 into x plus 1 again. Then I cover this. See it. So now I can continue. This implies, I'm using implies so that you don't see equal to, if I put equal to this thing, they're just using implies. This means when you use equal to and put arrow, it means implies. This means that's what it means. So here now, I can open this bracket. This negative 3 times x will give us negative 3x. Negative 3 times 5 is going to give us negative 15. Remember, minus times plus is minus. Minus 3 times plus 5 is going to give us minus 15. Very, very important. So now, look at it. I still write my 2y here. This is 2y. Then I'll open this bracket. I want to solve what is inside here. So this is x times s will give me x squared. X times 1 will give me plus x. Minus 2 times s will give me minus 2x. The minus 2 times 1 will give me minus 2. See it? So I have that. So this means I continue. I still have my minus 3x minus 15. Then I can simplify this one further. This is minus 2y into, here and I have x squared, put my x squared. These two now are like terms. See, they are like terms. I can bring them together. X minus 2x. X minus 2x is going to be minus x. Going to be minus 1x. For you to substitute minus 1x. X minus 2x minus 1x. Then I put my minus 2. I have my minus 2 cover this bracket. So what's the next thing? I will now use this 2y to open everything. So what I now have here now is this means minus 3x minus 15. Then 2y minus 2y times x squared. This will give me minus 2y x squared. See it? Minus 2y times x squared will be minus 2y x squared. And I will do minus 2y times x. It's going to give me minus, should be plus now, minus times minus. Minus 2y times minus x. It's going to be plus 2y x. See it? Plus 2y x. Then minus 2y times minus 2 here. But it's that's minus 2. It's going to give us plus 4y. This is plus. Now this one is going to be minus 2y times minus this is plus 2yx. Very important, minus 2y times minus x. Minus 2y times minus x is going to give us plus 2yx. It's minus times minus. I do minus 2 times minus 1 plus 2. Y times x is yx. Simple. So now I have minus 2y times minus 2. Going to give us plus minus times minus is plus 4y. It's plus 4y. See it. We are moving. So from this point now, what are you going to do next? What I'm going to do next is to now, are there like terms? What are the like terms here? The things that have x, 2yx and 3x, are they the same? They are not like terms. 2y squared and 2x, they are not like terms. So not here, it's like them. 4y and 3 are not like them. So we have to give our answer. So this is going to be equal to our final answer, which is minus. You can always write the highest power first first. So it's minus 3x 15 2yx squared 2yx squared then plus 2yx plus 4y. See it. So these things are expressions. These things are expressions. We are asked to simplify an expression. We are asked to simplify an expression. Then what of equation? Equations now means that there is an equal to sign. Let's start with a simple equation. Simple equation. So what I did now is just to make you understand when you have an equation, when you have an ordinary expression that you might be asked to simplify. But in equation, they always ask you to find x, find y, find a, or find any variable that's that particular equation. So now, simple equations. What are simple equations? Simple equations now are equations that has one variable. Always have one variable. So any equation that has one variable must come with a single equation for you to solve to get that variable. Nobody will give you one variable and give you two equations. Two variables means two equations. Three variables means three equations. Four variables means four equations. So any equation with a single variable is what we call a simple equation. It's always one simple equation. No matter how the equation is configured, no matter how they confuse you with it, even sometimes they will put things that you have to cross multiply. I'm going to teach you cross multiply. You need to be aware of cross multiply at this stage, because there are some simple equations they will put it in such a way that before you can arrange them, first of all, cross multiply, then you arrange them, then you collect like them, then you solve for the unknown. The unknown is the variable you are asked to find as an unknown. So now, if we have something like this, if I have something like this, 2x is equal to 3. Like this is a simple equation. Someone can ask you to find x. What is x? It's a simple equation. 2x is equal to 2 because it has only one variable. It has an equal to, it's an equation. So what is x? Find x. Yeah, now remember what I told you before. X is just the coefficient of the coefficient. Just divide both sides, the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x here now is 2. So divide both sides by 2. So this is 2x is equal to what we do now. We divide both sides by 2. This is over 2. This is over 2. So these two will cancel these two. Therefore, you can say that x is equal to 3 over 2. So 3 over 2 is an improper fraction. And I write it a mixed number. So that's 1 over 1 over 2. Simple. See it. So now, what if this equation is like this? Maybe they say 2x. They say 2x. Say 2x. 2x plus 1 is equal to 3 like this. See this one? See, it's an equation. And this is a simple equation. We have a single variable next to 2x plus 1 is equal to 3. What do we do? First thing we do now, we start eliminating anything that has to do with x, anything that is connected to x. You want to separate them to one side. You want them to go to one side. You don't want anything to be with x until you have x standing alone. The first thing we do now, this one now, we have to remove it. How do we remove this? Just like when you want to find x, you divide both sides by the coefficient of x. Now, this one that is here, if we want to remove it, we say subtract 1. Look at it. Because we want to remove this, you have to subtract 1 from both sides. So what we do here now, you have 2x plus 1. Then minus 1 should be equal to 3 minus 1. See, we subtracted 1 from both sides. Subtracted 1 from both sides. So that from here, now when you do plus 1 minus 1. Plus 1 minus, let's use the number line and check whether it will work. So you know that is 0. If I have this, this is a number line. So this is 1, it is plus 1. So minus 1 means that I'm going to the left. I put 1 through 1. So this is plus 1. So here is going to be 0, which is the answer. See it. Plus 1 minus 1 is 0. See, the number line has confirmed it for you. So from here now, 2x, what I have here now is 2x plus 1 minus 1 is 0. Should be equal to, now the 3 minus 2 is equal to 2. See how the equation has resolved. It has resulted to 2x is equal to 2. Then we continue. The next thing now, you now have the coefficient of x as 2. So what do we do to get x? We divide both sides by 2, divide by 2 over 2 over 2. So these 2 will cancel these 2. So x will come out. X equal to 2 divided by 2 is going to equal 1. That is x is equal to 1. That is our answer for that. See, there is a slight change. Then look at another expression. So look at another equation. We are dealing with equations now. Simple equation. Remember what I said? Simple equation has only one variable. And it's always one equation. Always one equation. They will not give you 2 equations with one variable. It doesn't make sense. Anytime they give you 2 equations, that means that they're going to give you 2 variables to find. They're going to give you 2 variables to find. That is a simultaneous equation. When you start doing, still meet all those things. So now, look at another example. Look at this scenario. Look at this scenario. If you have something like this, so we should find x. You have, say, 2 into x plus 3 is equal to x, sorry, it's equal to, let me say, 3 is equal to 3 into 4 minus x. So look at this. See the simple equation. Look at it. It's a simple equation. Don't worry. Let's open this because there is nothing like x squared or you see anything like x squared in simple equation. When you start seeing x squared or whatever, that we have past the level of simple equation. I'm talking about another thing now. So here now, 2 into x plus 3 is equal to 3 into 4 minus x. So from here now, if you do 2 times is going to give us 2x. 2 times this is going to give us plus 6. It's going to be equal to, this times is going to give us 12. 3 times minus x equals minus 3x. You see it? See it? And we don't know. We are still working. So the next thing you do now, you are collecting the like x around. Anything that has to do with x, one side. Anything that has to do with x, one side. Anything that doesn't have to do with x, the other side. The easiest way to do this, you can say, I will add 3x. Okay, add 3x to both sides. Let's add 3x to both sides. It's 2x plus 6 plus 3x. It's going to be equal to 12 minus 3x. Then plus 3x. We added 3x to both sides. So that this will help us to bring this 3x to this side. I want you to understand, some people just say, move this minus 3x to this side. I'm trying to teach you what is happening when you are doing that moving. As you are progressing, you might not need to be doing this exactly the way I'm doing. You can just move it because you have mastered it. Now you need to understand what you did for this minus 3x to become plus on this other side. We only added 3x in both sides, so that in this side we have 2x plus 3x, and here we have minus 3x plus 3x, which will cancel each other. So minus 3x minus 3x plus 3x will cancel. Just say minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. We have confirmed it on the number. And if you do it on a number like this, if I say minus 3, this is minus 3. We put 3 stroke 1, 2, 3. Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. Look at it, see it. So minus 3x plus 3x is 0. It will go. So that one is non-negotiable. So we now come here. We have 2x plus 3x is going to give us 5x. Going to give us 5x plus 6 is equal to, here we now have 12. We have removed the 3x from that other side. Now have 5x this side. So the next thing is we have to remove that 6. What do we do to that 6? We just subtract 6 both sides. Because this is plus now. We are subtracting now. Remember, when it is minus, we add to remove it. Now that it is plus, we subtract 6 from both sides. When we do that, we're going to have 5x plus 6 minus 6 is going to be equal to 12 minus 6. So that from here, plus 6 minus 6, we now have 5x is equal to 12 minus 6 plus 6. So what do we now do to find x? At this point, we divide both sides by the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x? The coefficient of x is 5. So we now do divided by 5. Divided by 5. So it's going to be 5 to cancel 5. So our x is now going to be equal to 6 over 5. 6 over 5, which will give us one whole number. This is 6 over 5. It's going to be equal to 1 whole number. 1 over 5. Change it to a mixed number. That is the final answer. See how things are very simple. They give you, no matter how complex the equation looks like, no matter how complex it's like, you can always simplify it. You can open brackets, collect like terms. So you collect like terms, eliminate the ones you want to eliminate. The ones that, remember that the goal is x have to be on one side. Everything that has to do with x will be on one side. Be on one side. That's how it works. So now, okay, finally, look at this kind of equation. Like someone will give you this. Then we have division in all these equations, all these simple equations. We must simplify by cross multiply. No, cross multiply. it will become easier for us. So whenever you have maybe something of this nature, let's look at this. Let's have this x, and let me say 2x over 3 is equal to x plus 1 over 2. Look at this. This is still a simple equation. What are you going to do? As long as you have division like this, that's what you call cross multiply. Cross multiply, use this. Cross multiply that. Use this one to cross multiply. That's cross multiply. Students and you must master what I'm doing now. It's very, very important in mathematics. And whenever you are cross multiplying, there's one important rule. You must put it in a bracket. You must put it in a bracket. For example, if I want to cross multiply, I'm going to do 2x times 2. This is 2x times 1. I can say 2 times 2x is what I have here. When I cross multiply, I'm going to have 2. It's 2. That will be 2 times 2x. So that will be 2 times 2x. 2 times 2x. Look at it. I put it in brackets. 2 times 2x. It's going to be equal to, this is 3. 3 times, see it in bracket, x plus 1. See it. So from here now, I now open the bracket to proceed. I'll now open the bracket. When I open the bracket, I'm going to have 2 times 2x is going to give us what? 4x. It equals 4x. Is equal to, here now is 3x plus 3. Look at it. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 1 is 3. 6. So from here now, the next thing is now to connect like that. What are the right terms? 4x and 3x. We move 3x to this side. What do we do? To remove this 3x from this right hand side, we subtract 3x from both sides because here is plus. So we have to subtract 3x from both sides. So this means 4x minus 3x. It's going to equal to 3x plus 3, then minus 3x. So this minus 3x and plus 3x. Now having that 4x minus 3x is going to give us x, 1x. It's going to be what we have here left is 3. So now I have x is equal to 3. See, it's x equal to 3. The coefficient of x here now is 1. So we don't need to start dividing. If you want to divide, see it's 1x. If you want to divide by the coefficient, is 1x over 1. It's equal to 3 over 1. So it's going to give you x is equal to 3 over 1. Therefore, x is equal to 3. Very simple. So, any simple equation is the process. Always get it with the process. You don't need to struggle. You don't need to think. Just remember these basic things I have exposed you to. And always, so you grow from here in mathematics. So, meet you the next. If you can always remember to share with your friends, subscribe.